I stay myself, I never change. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Dalton's Bengals going up against Marcus Mariota's Titans.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, good move. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Dalton. Over the middle, complete. That's Malone. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 31 yards that time. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Morgan, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Play action here with Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And some room to work. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
On 2nd down, here's Henry, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A first down carry for Henry. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And that one incomplete. That's... position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Charles, we got a second here to discuss Cincinnati as their offense works their way back out there. Marvin Lewis, many thought on the way out, but now a 2-year extension. And it's 2 straight years without them being in the playoffs after 5 straight in the playoffs. Were you surprised that Marvin Lewis was given the extension?
I actually was, because he was at the end of his contract. And I thought that that was a natural end point for he and the Bengals, especially since, as you framed it, back-to-back years without the playoffs, back-to-back years of 7 and 9.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Dalton here from the gun. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah, this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And he'll actually... lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Shift together here from the D-line. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He's going to air it out deep for Green. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
So the defense forces a 3 and out, but they got some help along the way. They threw it on first down, and when they were unsuccessful, it became second and long. Didn't get it again on another pass. Went third and long, and they almost had to put it in the air. They may want to rethink some strategy going forward.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Vontaze Burfict coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Second down, Mariota. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vontaze Burfict in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On fourth down, they snap it to Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Vigil coming hard on on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And now to the air, Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Dalton. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. So Dalton now buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Andy Dalton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vincent Ray coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Here's Mariota. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. On the toss, Mixon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Avery Williamson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Second down, Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Derek Morgan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. A 4th down gamble with Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On the counter, it's Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vincent Ray in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Vigil in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. Mariota. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Malone. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Now here's Suck about to kick it away. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Over the middle, complete. That's Malone. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. A first down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now, Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it. That's caught inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Andy Dalton. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jurrell Casey in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The final act of the first half. Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Sheds off the tackle. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Dalton, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Wesley Woodyard able to drop him for a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wide open receiver complete. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He's going to air one out, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On third down, Mariota looking deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Despite being 0 for 4 converting these so far, I guess you're going to say fifth time's the charm. They're going again on fourth down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it's good enough for a Tennessee first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw is Mariota. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19, and an unlikely first down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Mariota looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. First down, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Flushed out right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look, credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jarrell Casey in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. So they are going for it. Now Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Malone. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
What about you?
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
All right, partner, let's go to cliche time. We're all back to even after that score tied the game.
Extra point try now for Succop. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. To throw again. Dalton. Over the middle, complete. That's Green. A good pickup there, a 22. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Dalton sets up play action. He's got his man here. It's Green. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry fighting through. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Throwing, Mariota. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. To throw, Mariota. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So 2nd and 10 here. Mariota gives to Henry. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Mariota now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive, and he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
2nd down, Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
Yeah, it was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This will be caught just inside the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by George Iloka. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Tie game, fourth quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Here's Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Brian Orakpo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Throwing, Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Now they run with Mixon, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards on the play, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll run here with Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now a desperation throw deep. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for the Bengals. 52 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down following the incompletion. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Mixon. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
Well, certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. They'll try and run with Mixon. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Derrick Henry. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.